Hey everybody, we just dropped some great seller lead generation content into your listing to leads account that you can use in the form of an email blast to your database of seller leads and homeowners to engage seller leads and get more listings. So you can use this, you can edit it, use it as appropriate. There's also a buyer lead email blast as well. We were also going to take this and we're going to repurpose this content into a social media post, an ad, and we're also going to use it in the nearby homeowner letter, which you know is one of the best tools to generate listings. So you can see the email here. This is currently in your listings to leads account, and we're talking about how the Fed rate cut will bring more home buyers into the market. Now would be a great time to sell if you're a seller. So a lot of homeowners thought about selling in the last few years with the way rates were, is a little bit hard for them perhaps. So they didn't sell, maybe the home expired or they didn't even list. Now could be a great time for them. Now, if this is not good in your area, you can use the buyer and you can also use both. So you can see here's the email. It's set up so that you click the image, and what we're offering them is access to our 100-point home marketing plan that you can see here. We're offering them a free home value estimate. They can see what their home value is worth, and they can also download your PDF guides for homeowners and home sellers. So you can see here, they can download any guide they want. There's over 40 guides available, all branded to you, ready to go. So that is the email, the social media post, the ad, the nearby homeowner letter. So it'll all work the same way, as well as the email for your buyer leads as well. So in listings to leads, go ahead and sign in. If you're not a client, sign up for a free trial. Everything we're going to do here, you can do in a free trial. And the first thing I want you to do is up here on the right where it says customize dashboard, click on that and select recommended email blast. And when you first do it, it may be below the fold. So use the scroll bar and scroll down. You'll see the scroll bar here on the right side. And I put recommended email blast underneath pending and sold listings, because we're going to be giving emails for seller leads and buyer leads for your database every couple of weeks so that you continually have fresh content using to engage them. So now that it's on our dashboard and right below our our pending and sold listings here, it should be in the next section. And there we go. And you're going to see these are actually there's three, but the two today we're going to talk about are rates lowered for more buyers, time for sellers, and rates lowered, more affordable homes, time to buy. So your market may be different than another one. So one of these emails may be great to use, maybe both. You're going to definitely want to take a look and make sure you edit them if needed. So they both work the exact same way. So I'm going to click on this one here for the buyers, rates lowered, and that will take me to the work area. And here, I can go through and I can edit this email as appropriate. And so we're offering the free guide that's going to be there for you. So when you see the test email, you'll see how that works. So you can see here, we can send it, copy code, take that to our CRM. So we can schedule it and we can send a test email. So I always recommend click send test email, go and check your email, which I will bring up mine on my other monitor. And there we go. Let me just pull it out. I will bring it over. And so this one doesn't link to anything. It has the ultimate guide to buying a home right there. So people can click that, download the guide, and they can reply back yes for more information about lower rates and buying a home. So great email to get to your buyer leads. And again, you can edit it. You could click send, and you can send this out to any contact list in listings to leads. So for example, you could say, send that to all of my buyer leads, send it to all my other leads, right? This is the one meant for buyers. So select that, click send, or click copy code, go to your CRM, and every CRM can do this. Some are just a little bit different in how they do it, but in LionDesk, you click contacts. And I'm not recommending LionDesk. I'm just here to show you how to do it. It's literally so easy. Everyone that does it tells me how easy it is. LionDesk, go to bulk actions, email 8,222 people. And again, even in my CRM, I'm going to make sure I send this just to my buyer leads. So here's how you drop that email in here in about 3 seconds. Click the source button, paste in the stuff, hit OK. And now we got that beautiful email, your listings to leads, lead gen signature at the bottom. It's absolutely beautiful. People will click the image see the table, get all the great information. I'm going to go back into listings to leads, and I'm going to grab that headline. If you want to remember and copy it or type it out, go ahead and do that. But either way. And then here in Line Desk, I would just send this to my buyer leads or schedule it to my buyer leads and get that out the door. Now, pay attention when people start opening the email. What I would do is wait maybe 15 to 20 minutes, check my current opens, and I would call those people up. I wouldn't say that I saw you open up the email, but I would just call them up and say, hey, Scott, this is Scott from LL Realty. I just want to let you know that the Fed cut the rates by 50 basis points for the first time in 4 years. Mortgage rates have dropped. Homes are becoming more affordable, and start that conversation. Maybe partner up with your lender and get these buyers into the market as appropriate. So that's the email. You can do both emails the same way. So if I hit the back button here and I go back to the email blast section here in your listings to leads account, you'll see there's the email for the sellers. So rates lowered, more buyers, time for sellers. So same thing here. I can scroll down. I can edit the image or edit the email if needed. Send myself a test email. Always recommend that. Take a look at that, make sure everything is good to go, and then either send it to a contact list in listings to leads. So here are my seller leads. Click either send or schedule, or copy code and take that into your CRM and send it out to your seller leads that way. So get these emails out as appropriate, get those conversations going, start communicating with your sellers and your buyers with content that's a little bit more time sensitive. So for those people who have been maybe thinking about acting, we'll get them to act quicker or sooner than later. So those are emails. That's awesome. Now, what can we do to take that same content and drop it into a social media post and ad and other use cases? So when you get the email, what I do, I just copy the email, and then I'm going to keep this link. So when I click the link in the email, the agent website opens up from listings to leads. So I'm going to keep that open because I'm going to drop that URL in there as well. In fact, I'm going to do that first. So take the URL in listings to leads, go to social content and create social post. And let's see, we can do the URL. And then I'm going to grab the text from the post or from the email. So there's that email again. So I'm just going to copy. If you need that link, it's just clicking the image in the email, and then that's the website will come up. I'm going to paste that above and then just format it so it looks nice. You might want to add a couple of emojis. Just make it look pretty. There's our link right there. And now for the social media image, what you can do is click Add Image Video. And from here in the search bar, if you want that same image, type in 100, hit the search, and there's the image right there, 100. That should be to your colors, your branding and everything. And now we got an awesome social media post. And lastly here, I can add some emojis if I want to. So if I go to edit emoji and symbols, I might add another emoji here. So you get the idea. Don't overdo it with emojis. It can get a little bit crazy. And then you can either click publish, post now, or schedule. You can even save a draft if you want to and get back to it a little bit later. So now we got a social media post out the door. Oh, headline. So I'm going to just put Fed rate cut, time to sell your. I'll click that to save draft again. Get that posted. I'd get that posted right away as fast as possible. Now you might want to do an ad on this. This would be a great ad to do. So sending it to your database is free. Calling the leads in your database is free. Sending it on a social media post like we just did to all of our socials, so Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and Google, is free. So now you can do an ad. This will cost $35 to $50. You're going to want to spend $5 to $7 a day. But I'm going to go to create custom ad, campaign name, and I'm going to do lower rate or rate cut, lower rate time for sellers. Then I'm going to leave it as a lead ad, but I'm going to flip it to sellers, go to create ad. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that link again, because this is where I want people in the ad to go to, because here's where they can download the 100-point home marketing plan. They can download the PDF guides. They can get their home value. So drop that link where it says website landing page, click fetch, and there's the text, there's the image. Now again, grab the email text. So I'll bring the email back up. I'm just going to copy that text over and just paste it in that box on the left side where it says primary text. Very straightforward. You might even just copy the ad or the text from the ad from the post if you want to keep all of the emojis the same and all of that kind of good stuff. So here I'll just select something to get people's attention. And again, I'm going to use a downward pointing after this question here about, is now a good time to sell? And then I might put one more here where it says click below to get, because I want them to see the click below part and what they're going to get. So I'll put that emoji right there. Now, one more thing here. If you don't see this image in the ad, what you can do is click change image and video. You might have a different image. And again, type in 100, hit search. The image will come up, click insert. And so our ad is done as far as what it's going to look like. Type in location. The rest of this will look just like it should for any other ad. Lifetime budget, $50. All of this is editable for 1 week. If I want to retarget to a custom audience of seller leads and maybe my database. Now, you don't have to do this. And if you have a good custom audience that you're going to use, you don't need to use location, so one or the other. But if you don't have the custom audiences, location is totally fine. And just click publish. So you got a custom Facebook ad done using time-sensitive information that's going to help motivate more homeowners to reach out to you. And you got the ad done in about 2 minutes. Super easy to do with listings to leads. Now, the last thing you can do is take the nearby homeowner letter and add that information here to engage more homeowners when you're using the nearby homeowner letter in a just sold, open house, pending, coming soon listing, circle prospecting around that listing. And let me show you how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight that same information. And if you want to copy this PDF, just ask us for it. We'll send it to you. In fact, it's in the mastermind group as well, which I'll show that to you a little bit later. So I'm going to go to my listings. I'm going to grab a just sold nearby homeowner letter. So you may have, maybe you're going to borrow an open house to do an open house. You could put this in that, door knock the homes around that open house that you're going to hold open and invite the neighbors to the open house with that nearby homeowner letter. That nearby homeowner letter is a phenomenal open house invite tool for both showing and listing agents. So I'm going to show you here. I'll just find a just sold listing of mine. I'm going to click market listing. We're going to navigate to the nearby homeowner letter, which helped one of our clients get 13 listings already this year, 100,000 in GCI. So here's the letter. There's an edit function right there in the lower left under the thumbnail, and that'll bring up the editor. And you're going to see, here's that letter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the bottom half. So the bottom half where it starts off with your home's value has been affected. I'm going to highlight from there down through best wishes. I already copied the text and I'm just going to paste it in. And then we're going to just format this. I'm just using the shift return key on my keyboard. So I put the cursor where I think I want it. And I'm going to put all these bullet points. Now, the only thing we're going to have to double check is, did we blow out the whole page? Because the page is 8.5 by 11. This is not a social media post or an ad that will go on forever. 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that's all you get. So we're going to edit this a little bit. You're going to see here, I'm going to bold a couple of the lines, probably the same lines I did when I did the emojis in the post, because again, I like to use emojis to catch the eye, right? Use bold. Don't overdo the bold. Like 3 would be the most I would do. And I'm going to bring that down so it's not so tight. It looks like that's a little, there we go. That looks great. And let's see how this looks before we get too excited. Sometimes you have to play with this just for a few times to make sure you're good to go. When you think you've got it, click download, and you'll see here it'll download. And now we're going to check and see how it looks. All right. All right. You know what'll make that look really great? Let's center justify. That will look so much better. So here I am going to, again, highlight that text. And a lot of our clients that have great success with these letters, this is exactly what they do and what they learn to do, because they know, A, the letters are just amazing regardless. And when you can use time-sensitive information like this, you're going to do even better. So so one thing I will point out, see how that line is really long and that one's really short? That's a little hard on the eyes. So I like to make the lines a little bit more together. So they don't need to be perfectly the same length, but the top one just being a little bit longer than the bottom one is perfect. And I'm gonna do the same thing right here. And I'm gonna go after the ready. Absolutely perfect. I'm gonna double check, make sure everything is spelled right. Click download again. And now I'm excited because I think I got a great piece of paper here. I can print this up right now and go door knock. I could send this to Mailbox Power and have them print and mail it out with handwritten looking envelopes. So there's a lot of ways to get this to the homeowners around either a listing that you're circle prospecting, a listing that you've got in your farm, but get this to the homeowners. Get this to homeowners. You're going to get more listings. And if you got the phone numbers where you can call those homeowners, that would be a great idea to do again, right? When you call up the homeowners that get this letter, if you do that, you might say something like, hey, Scott, this is Scott Pierce at LDL Realty. I sent you a letter relating to the fact that the Fed just cut rates and it's bringing in more buyers to the market. We just got 694 Douglas Boulevard sold with our 100% home marketing plan. If you've been thinking about selling for the last 2 years or thinking about selling sometime in the near future, now would be a great time to talk. Great script. You're going to get more people engaged because you sent the letter and then you called. When you do both together, you get your benefits are even better. And the same thing with the database. So that's why when we send that e-flyer to our database, you don't need to call everybody in your database, but I would definitely call the people that open up the email, and I would definitely call my top 10, 20, 30 leads, letting them know about that email I just sent them, because that way they may have seen the email, thought to do something with it, got busy doing something else, get your voicemail, refer back to the email, and now engage with you. But if you didn't send the email, that'll never happen. And if you didn't make the phone call, it won't happen just quite as much. So any questions on this, let us know. You got the 2 emails in your account. You got the email for the sellers. You got the email for the buyers. Get those emails out as appropriate, and then repurpose the content as a social media post, as a social media ad if you got the budget for that. Get it on the nearby homeowner letter. Get it to homeowners. Call through your database with the leads as appropriate, and then call through your homeowners for the numbers that you've got to let them know about the letter that you sent them. If you have any questions on any of this, let us know. We'll talk to you soon.